Hello, everyone.
Hi.
We're back. It's second semester. Classes are harder than ever.
Mm-hmm.
So,
we have government now.
yeah, government is kind of scary.
Well,
not scary, but it's a lot. Like, it's a lot to learn, and it's a lot of rules to know. Some of it's kind of like basic knowledge, I guess, we learned when we were younger, but some of it is brand new, and it's kind of confusing.
I remember taking the civics exam.
Oh, yeah.
During sophomore year, and that was completely fine. But.
Yeah, the civics exam was fine, and I know a lot of like the sophomores now have been talking about taking their civics exam and how they're so worried about it, and it's just kind of funny because I remember taking it.
I feel like government, though, is just a lot more in-depth of the stuff that we learned before we took the civics exam.
Yeah, for
so,
sure.
I mean, that's the reason why.
Yeah.
It's a little intimidating, I guess, is the word to describe it.
Yeah, I wouldn't necessarily describe it as scary, but intimidating for sure. But kind of nice. No more gym classes for either of us for the rest of our lives now. It's kind of cool. No more.
No more kickball, wiffle ball.
Yeah.
Pickleball.
Pickleball, the best of them all.
No more badminton.
Yeah, sadly.
We're just naming every single game.
Yeah.
No floor hockey.
Floor hockey. Oh, scooter hockey.
I remember playing scooter hockey.
I don't like scooter hockey. Capture the flag. Oh.
You know what was really frustrating is like when we were younger and we would play scooter hockey in elementary school and then we'd get our hair caught.
Oh, yeah.
When we had to do like that one turtle game.
Oh, yeah. Or if you ever got your fingers ran over with the scooters, that was real pain there.
And then there's like all that dirt from the wax on the gym floor. And
so gross.
It picks up onto your fingers. Yeah. No.
No, that is not a good place to go.
Well, I suppose we should probably jump into this new episode.
Yep.
Let's get into it.
Woo!
Welcome to the Florence BobCAST. I'm your host, Kenzi Gummin, and with me, as always,
is Sidney Tomczak,
keeping you in the loop about what is going on in the school district of Florence County. This is episode 4, January 2021. The first semester of the school year has come to a close. This is a reminder to middle school and high school parents that if your child wishes to make a schedule change, add drop forms are due in the office ASAP. They must be signed by teachers, parents, and Mr. Drew.
At last month's board meeting, the school board opted to return the failed operating referendum to the April 6th ballot. Superintendent Mr. Ben Niehaus tells us what this second attempt at the referendum will look like.
The Florence County Board of Education passed resolutions to put the failed operational referendum from this past fall on the April 6, 2021 ballot. What the board is asking for is truly what is needed to continue offering a personalized, diversified education for our students. Since the failed election this past fall, the board members and I have heard feedback that voters, citizens, taxpayers did not hear enough clear, concise information as to why this referendum. This new referendum replaces an expiring referendum. It is not an additional referendum on top of the existing, just like previous referendums each replaced another. We understand there's been confusion because a little more than 4 years ago we had a building referendum and then we had an operational after that. So to be very clear, this referendum replaces an expiring. It's not additional, which led to the next thing that we heard, which was a lot of taxpayers thought their taxes were going to increase significantly because it's a new additional referendum. That is simply not true. This referendum will replace the one that expires at the end of this current school year. And based on our projections at this time, even with some additional increases in the second, third, and fourth year, if Florence County property values continue to increase as they have historically, the school district's mill rate will actually tick down a little bit, so all things equal, a property owner's school's share of property taxes may not increase. So we appreciate your consideration as we put this referendum back on the April 6, 2021 ballot, and we will have much more information forthcoming in the weeks and months ahead.
The board also approved continuing the current virtual support day schedule through the end of the third quarter. This means that as of this recording, students will return to Fridays in person starting on April 9th. As with everything this year, this is subject to change. So stay tuned to future episodes of the podcast, and we will provide any updated information as we hear about it.
We also would like to say congratulations to Senior Andy Hearn for advancing to the Business Professionals of America state competition. Andy placed first in both computer networking technology and Cisco technology at the regional competition. State will be in Grand Rapids, Michigan in April. If he places in the top 5 at state, he will be invited to compete at nationals in Orlando in May.
The Toro Corporation, owners of Boss Snowplow, along with the Dickinson Area Community Foundation, provided grants to 10 local area school districts, and Florence was one of the recipients. Toro and the foundation state that the money is to be used to help students who are in need of support or materials that their families may not be able to provide.
For the last 10 years, the National Football League has funded a program called Fuel Up to Play 60, a health and wellness program aimed at schools. We sat down with 5th grade teacher Miss Stephanie Tomczak, who advises the program locally, to ask about the program and its impacts on our elementary school here in Florence.
Thank you, Miss Tomczak, for coming on to the show to interview.
No problem.
Could you explain what Fuel Up to Play 60 is?
Yes, Fuel Up to Play 60 is one of the leading in-school wellness programs. It is sponsored by the National Dairy Council and has been a program now for 10 years. Our school at Florence Elementary has been a part of this program since 2011. Since we became members in 2011, our funding has equaled out to anywhere from $500 to $1,000 per year. And that has gone to healthy eating programs and playground equipment for students right here at Florence Elementary.
Could you talk about some of the activities that students participate in at the elementary school?
Yes, the elementary students, which are led by 5th and 6th grade leaders, they work on doing different activities throughout the school year. They are currently working on right now brain break activities with the lower end students. They work on making posters and spreading the word about why it's important to eat healthy and exercise for 60 minutes every day.
It's our understanding that the students can also win prizes.
They win prizes by completing different challenges that they are hooked up with on the computer system, and when they complete those, then they get points, and those points lead into prizes either for the student individually or for us as a school. Over the last 9 years, our elementary students have received tickets for Packer games, a signed football helmet, signed footballs, backpacks, t-shirts, and other Play 60 items.
There was also an opportunity a few years ago where students got to go to Lambeau Field. Could you talk about that experience, please?
Back in 2018, our school qualified for the Packer Day opportunity, and we went down there. There were 5 students and 2 teachers that went down, and we spent the day learning about what other schools were doing, implementing programs in their schools for healthy eating and exercising. And we learned new exercises, and then we exercised with Packer players. And we did qualify for this opportunity back in 2020, but with COVID, they had canceled that day, so they sent extra prizes for us instead.
Well, thank you again for coming on.
You're welcome.
Florence High School works with Northeast Wisconsin Technical College and the University of Wisconsin-Green Bay to provide opportunities like the Start College Now program and dual credit course options for students who want to jumpstart their post-secondary education. We spoke with English teacher Mrs. Kate Millan about the collaboration between FHS and these colleges and how this is benefiting students. So I just want to thank you quick for being here. Could you explain some of the options available to students at FHS with our partnership with UWGB?
some of the options that are available for our students to take advantage of through University of Wisconsin at Green Bay's College Credit and High School program. Our students are able to take a Writing Foundations 100 class. The Writing Foundation 100 class is, offered through UW Green Bay. Students have the opportunity to take that class. It will satisfy perhaps their first year writing credit when they go to university. Because it's offered through a Division I college program, that class will either transfer to a university of a student's choice as a direct transfer for their general education requirements, or the class will transfer as a general humanities elective. The other option that's available for our students here at Florence High School is Psychology 102, and that is Introduction to Psychology. So students have the opportunity to take classes that are offered here in the comfort of Florence High School, and they have the option to earn potentially 6 credits.
Is there any cost for students if they want to take these classes?
Well, traditionally, if a student were to participate in UW Green Bay's College Credit and High School program, if they were to be taking advantage of this in any other district except for the school district of Florence County, they would be charged approximately $100 per credit. So they would be charged $300 to take Writing Foundations 100, and then another $330 to take Introduction to Psychology, Psychology 102. The School District of Florence County believes really strongly in our students and believes strongly in giving our students the opportunity to have that head start on college and to accelerate their degree completion and to experience classes of greater rigor. And so because of that, the School District of Florence County pays the full price, the full $330 per credit. So it's an actual savings for our students of just shy of $1,000 for each of the course that they take that. Now, College Credit in High School and any other district that offers this throughout the state of Wisconsin, those students only will save that $230 per credit hour compared to that tuition that they're paying in on-campus students. So last year, just an example of what a real savings benefit this is to our families in Florence County. Last year, between the 29 students who were enrolled to take Writing Foundations and Psychology 102, last year our students earned 87 college credits combined from the 19 students, and they saved a total of $28,710. When our students are taking those classes here at Florence County, not only are they getting a head start on college, but it's like receiving, if they're taking both classes, $2,000 in scholarship, but it's also accelerating their time to degree completion because they already have 2 of the most common general ed electives taken care of here by familiar faces at the School District of Florence County. So because they already have that, they have greater flexibility when they are scheduling at the university of their choice. Because it is offered through University of Wisconsin Green Bay through that partnership in college credit while in high school, the students stand a greater chance of having those courses transfer to other 2- and 4-year degreed universities. So they have a greater chance of it satisfying those general ed electives or as a transfer like a humanities credit.
So are there any requirements, prerequisites before signing up for these classes?
Yes, there are. So if a student wants to take, for example, Psychology 102, they have to have at least a 3.0 in order to sign up. If a student wants to sign up for the Writing Foundations class, they need to have a grade point average of at least a 3.0, and they have to earn a score of 17 or higher on their ACT English exam.
If students want to sign up for these classes, how do they do that?
In order to sign up for these classes, this is done through the regular registration process here at Florence County. So if they meet those prerequisites, they can sign up during scheduling, and scheduling will be starting, I would imagine, shortly, where they can take a look at, if they meet those requirements, they can look at signing up for next fall. Then once they are signed up here locally to take the class, the students are required to apply because they are full students they're considered what's called a special classification student down at the University of Wisconsin at Green Bay. What they need to do is then they make application to the college, and then they go through the student orientation and admissions and registration process. So they have to apply as a special student and be accepted at UW Green Bay, and then they must register for their classes.
Okay, well, thank you, Ms. Millan, for joining us again and providing more information.
Yeah, you're very welcome. I'm glad to help.
Winter sports will be wrapping up soon, but you don't have to miss any of the action. Remember, you can catch all of our home games on the NFHS network by visiting nfhsnetwork.com. A monthly membership fee is required.
Remember, you can find all of our district's upcoming events, including athletic events or change to events, at our website, myflorence.org, or at our Facebook page. That wraps it up for this month's episode of the Florence BobCAST. For more information about events at the school, please visit our website, myflorence.org, or the Florence County School District Facebook page. This episode was produced by Mr. Robert Knox. Our theme music is Island by Jericho. This podcast is a production of the Florence High School Music Department. Tune in next month for the next episode of the Florence BobCAST. I'm Sidney Tomczak.
And I'm Kenzi Gummin.
Thank you for listening, and we'll catch you at the next cast.